This conference will now be recorded.
We'll see Docker file, guys. I think network and storage completed, right, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yesterday storage completed. So I hope you understood. What is the purpose of Docker volume? So as I told, to like reduce the image size, one reason. One more reason is to make persistent storage. Okay. So why? Because the default storage which comes with EC2 in the Docker container is not a persistent storage. Okay, now that's the reason we use Docker volumes. Okay, in today's class we will see about Docker file, guys. Okay, now what is Docker file and why do we need Docker file? Guys, one question I have: how to create a image? Already I showed one method, right? Already I showed one method. From container I showed you as of now. Yes or no? So as of now I showed from container. So there is one more method also to create the image, guys. Okay, now so we can create by using Docker file. The first method is by using container. Already we have gone through that. Okay, now the second method is from Docker file, guys. By using Docker file also we can create our images. Okay, na? So let's proceed. Are you ready?
Yes, sir. Now you can.
Yeah, Sairam. Just a minute. In today's class, I'm going to show you from Docker file. What is the purpose of Docker file? So guys, so by using Docker files also, okay, so we can define we can create our images. Okay. So let's create Docker file. First, I will choose one folder anywhere. The syntax should be like this. Okay, na Docker file. So guys, there are different instructions I have in Docker file. Can you please open Notepad? Write down different instructions in Docker file. Different instructions in Docker file. Different instructions in Docker file. Write down below. From. Okay, so next run. Next run. Next maintainer. Next work dir. Work dir user. Next CMD. Next entry point. Next add copy. Add copy. Next env, arg. Yeah, so these are the expose, volume. Next yeah, these are the different instructions, guys. Okay, these are the different instructions we have in your Docker file. So what is Docker file? As I told, so Docker file is to create the Docker images. Okay, now we can create Docker images by using Docker files. Okay, let's move on. Go to your putty session.
Sir, we also have network or network, sir.
Network.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So first from capital letters. Always the instruction should be in capital letters, guys. Okay, now space the base image. Which base image you want to use? Okay. So next run. Run space apt-get in maybe update space -y. Yeah. Now save it and run it. Save it first. Yeah. So guys, here, so once you have the Docker file ready, so how to create a container, sorry, image from that mean we use docker build command. Okay, na docker space in the same folder you should run this, where you have the Docker file, not outside. Of course, we can go with outside also, but there is different option I have to use. Docker space build space dot. Dot means current folder, guys. Dot means current folder. Space. So while creating itself, I can provide the name for image. Or else your wish. Later also I can use. Let me create while creating itself. Your Docker Hub ID. Yeah. Slash Docker Hub ID slash image name.
Any name we can give, right, sir?
Yeah, you generally like how we will give the name for our images means based on OS or based on application or based on version. Yeah. Enter. Okay. So this is how, like, what happened. Docker build, use -t option. Docker build dot space -t. Okay, see guys, our image is ready. Okay, now so our image is ready. We created our successfully our image by using Docker file. So what is from instruction, guys? So from instruction is to create the to take the base image. Definitely to create my own image, I need one base image. Okay, now so that is what from instruction. By using from instruction, so that is a mandatory field. So by using from instruction, okay, I will take a base image, and on top of it, I will do whatever I need. Like I will install the application, I will create the file, like that. Different things I can do by using that from instruction. Next, run instruction. So by using run, in like basically that container in that image, so on top of the base image, I can install, I can create anything, I can run any Linux commands. Example, I want to create a file under tmp. Okay, so I want to install something. Install git -y. Okay, like this. So run instructions. By using run instruction, I can run any command inside your image. Okay, now here how it works, I will tell you. Just save this and again run the docker build command. Same, use up arrow, docker build dot -t. Okay. Okay. Here what happened actually? What is going on? When I go with, can you please give me control?
Yes, you have controls.
Let me run one more time. Yeah. Here what is happening when I run docker build command? So first from instruction. So guys, this is image ID for that Ubuntu image. Okay, na? It is taking the base image. Now it will go to the second step. So in second step, basically what is happening means here it will create a container from the above image, guys. We cannot see that basically, but it will create a container from this image. You don't see that container here now. It will be deleted. So okay, na. So basically it will come in between and deleted also. So that's where we call it as intermediate containers, guys. So here in every step, so example, here first step completed, it will go to second step. So in second step, it will create a container from this image. It will run that command and again it will create one more image, guys. So this is the second image. Okay, now with the latest update. Now that image and container both will be deleted. Now it will go to third step. Now again from this image it will create a new container, guys. So it will create a new container from this image and it will run this command. Okay, na? And it will create a latest image. See, this is the latest image. and the above image and container will be deleted. It will go to fourth step. So again from this, it will create a container. It will complete the command, create a image. Okay, now. So this image is the final image. See, for the same thing you created one. So remaining in between like images and containers. So those are temporary. Okay, that's the reason we call them as intermediate containers, guys. So we call them as intermediate containers. Why? Because they come in between, they go in between. Okay, now. So you cannot see them. You like it won't be available. Just in every step, a new container will be created, a new image will be created, and those will be deleted in between itself. Okay, now. So once our that particular step is executed, so it will create a new container, sorry, new image with that update, and the previous image and container will be deleted. Okay, now that is how our like Docker file works, guys. Maybe I'll show one more live example. Can you please add just one small step like run touch command? Just touch /tmp/file2. Just example, guys. Here like this, you can add any number of commands. Now save this. Yeah. See here, fifth step. Already till fourth step, we completed previously, right? Now fifth step additionally we added. See here, running in container. This is the intermediate container, guys. So in fifth, when it goes to fifth step, first step with above image, it will create a container. See, in that container, the step will be executed. The run instruction will be executed. Okay, now whatever the command you given with right, that command will be executed in the intermediate container. See, removing intermediate container. Panaipain danto. It created image and it removed that intermediate container. Latest update, once you get the latest update in the container, it created an image and deleted that intermediate container. Guys, okay, now. So it deleted the intermediate container. So see, finally you got latest image with your name. Okay, this is how we build our Docker images, guys, with the Docker file also. Generally, to automate the things and all, we use Docker file only. Okay, now. So to automate the things, see, this is your image. These are your images we created with Docker file. Okay, each instruction has different usage here. Okay, now we'll discuss the advantage of each instruction. So maintainer. Go ahead. Maintainer is just a. So I will show you few example. Can you go to Google once?
Yes, sir. 1 minute.
Go to Google once. So Docker file examples in GitHub. Docker file examples in GitHub. Open the first one. Yeah, see, wait. Come back. See here, guys. So basically all are folders, because within the single folder we cannot create Docker files, right? Same name, we cannot create same name multiple files. So that's the reason. Based on application, they created a folder. In real time also, so we'll create different folders. Example, for Apache purpose, you are creating Docker file. Okay, na. So I'll create Apache folder. Under that, I'll create Docker file. I'm creating a database Docker file. So first I'll create folder. Under that, I'll create Docker file, because the same name I will use every time, right? So see, now it's Apache Docker file. So here first they are taking base image. Okay, now some third party base image. It's your wish, guys. You can take any base image. Already you created now one image, right? So can you do Docker build? Sorry, Docker PS, Docker images.
I have deleted also.
Oh, already you deleted, huh? Okay, no problem. Okay, so from that image also you can use, guys. Okay, now that image also you can use in the Docker file. It's up to you completely. See, he's using some third-party image. Maintainer means just information, guys. It's not mandatory. Like you can give admin details. Who is writing the Docker files? Maybe in your project also you may have different developers, different admins. You can give kind of information. This is my file, written by amar.com. So maybe if you have any questions, you can reach out for that purpose. So it's not mandatory. Okay, maintainer is just kind of author information, maybe version, like which version you are building, that kind of information. Okay, so already run instruction I told you. Here what he is doing, can you please open this Docker file? Open the Docker file. So like this also you can write. Generally we go with this method only, instead of like this. And means first it will complete this one, then it will go with this one, then it will go with this one, then it goes this one. Okay, now instead of writing, if you have multiple layers like this, basically what will happen mean, in every step it will add the metadata to the image. So unnecessarily, if you add more number of layers like this, so each step is layer actually, each instruction is, it will add the metadata, some additional space it will consume. So instead of that, if you go with this, it will go with single metadata. So okay, now so always we try to use less number of instructions like this. Here see, you are using 5, right? But instead of that, I can use 1 only. Like this. Instead of using this many run instruction, only 1 instruction is enough. 1 run instruction. The same thing he is doing. Okay, na?
Sir,
This means to be continued.
sir, you used the ampersand symbol, no, sir?
Yes, you're right.
So it's not a Boolean expression, no, sir?
No.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Or we can use black shares also, sir.
What do you mean blocks?
Backslash.
Yeah, backslash is for basically here, maybe I have enough space. That's the reason in the same line I written. So basically, it's kind of to be continued.
Yeah, if you
Okay,
want
now
to continue from
why,
second line, so
no, why this mean? So this meaning is all one shot only, not like separate line. Okay, now so to be generally we say to be continued, right? Example, one big line is there. You want to continue in second. Basically, it's not 2 lines, 3 lines. It's 1 line only, but because of the length, it's spread over 3-4 lines. So
Yes,
generally
yes.
we use backslash kind of, so it's the same concept. Okay, na? But instead of that, you can make it like this. This is enough. If you have enough space. Okay, now if you don't have enough space, okay, so like this, what I have to do?
We need to place / in middle.
Yes, like this. That means to be continued.
/ is
Like
only
this.
to know, to view the page. That's all, no, sir?
Yes, you're right. To ignore the like the thing actually. Here it's not 4 lines, it's 1 line only. That is what this meaning. To be continued. ఇదంతా ఒకటే లైన్ అని చెప్తున్నావు ఇక్కడ నువ్వు. ఓకేనా? So if you don't give backslash, it will treat, so it will expect the instruction here also. It will treat like these are separate lines. But as I told, this is 1 line only. Backslash. That's what here I'm doing. Always we try to go with, like, we reduce the number of layers, guys. We don't add multiple layers like this. ఇలా ఉన్నప్పుడు ఇలా వెళ్ళడం కన్నా ఇలా వెళ్తే బెటర్. ఓకేనా? సో ఇన్ దట్ వే ఐ కెన్ రెడ్యూస్ మై ఇమేజ్ సైజ్. Okay, this is normal Docker file, nothing additional. We'll see one by one. I don't know what is ghost. So guys, env and arguments, we'll talk about that later. Okay, I don't want to talk right away. Copy instruction. So what is copy instruction mean? Example, insert to image, I want to copy my configuration file. Maybe my application guy requested me, Amar, so please build an image, and in that image I will provide my image, my configuration. Please copy that configuration into image. Ante aa image ekkada use chesina configuration రావాలి నాకు. ఓకేనా? So generally when I install httpd-y, I'll get that configuration, but default. But he requested his own configuration. He will give the configuration file to you. You want to keep that configuration file in your image. Okay, now so what we do, we use copy instruction. Copy. So maybe example, I'll create one file actually outside. Sample. So touch sample. So that file should be there here. So because I want to copy the, just as of now, just sample file I created. Generally, we'll use, okay, let's copy this jenny.var into image. Can you please build your image? And we will push it to ECR or somewhere. So guys, I given, I think yesterday I given some task, right? Ichana Miku?
No, sir.
Okay, then I will give tasks today. Just a minute. So I'm giving questions, guys. Just a minute, actually. I'm searching for them. Yeah, I'm going to give more number of tasks today. So just a minute. So Docker and Kubernetes is more and more important, guys. Please concentrate.
Sir, if we run Docker run command, from the Docker file, we have created the image name Ubuntu with the size of 656, and it also downloaded the base image, right? So both names are same. If I run the Docker run -it Ubuntu, now like which image will defaultly run, sir?
Mm.
Okay,
Just run
let's
it.
try.
Even I'm not sure.
Now, if we see the Jenny file in temp
Just go to
folder,
TMP. Go to TMP. Do ls.
yeah.
Yeah, it's taking this only.
Hmm.
Okay. So maybe latest one only it's taking. Actually, we don't give same name.
Same name.
Okay, like
Yeah.
that. We'll give versions. Okay, na. If at all, if we give also, we'll see. Basically, this is Ubuntu colon latest. So no same name. It will take this only. So
Yes,
guys,
sir.
see. Now I build one image, and can you please open your WhatsApp web actually? I said just send one notes
Sir.
tasks.
Okay, sir.
So guys, all these things you have to complete. Okay. So wait, scroll up. Here I showed how to push your image into Docker Hub already, right? Can you please go to AWS account? Search with ECR. So guys, we can keep our images in ECR also.
Yeah, actually, we already finished this topic, sir. Those you already gave also. I will show you.
Okay, no problem. Open it once.
Okay.
No, Elastic Container Registry. Below one. Search with ECR again. Get started. Come down. Provide your ECR name. Here. Repository name. Open that. So this is a repository, guys. Okay, na? So where you can store your images. So you have to follow this instruction to push your image, guys. Okay, na? So please read carefully. Don't directly start from here. ఫస్ట్ ఇది చదవండి, ఫస్ట్ నుంచి చదవండి. ఏం అడుగుతున్నాడు వాడు అర్థం చేసుకోండి. ఫస్ట్ అండర్స్టాండ్ దిస్. ఈస్ క్లియర్లీ సేయింగ్ హియర్ AWS CLI should be there, not in Docker host, sorry, container, outside, exit. So in Docker host, you should have AWS CLI application. Then after, once you configure the account, you should follow this. Okay, na? So తెలియదు నాకు AWS CLI, what is that? few things, guys, we have to learn ourselves. Okay, so in real time also client will expect the same thing. So you cannot like Jesse will give the task to you. You don't know whether you know or not. You have to learn it. You have to finish it at any cost. Okay, now. So here also you have to finish all these things. My requirement is I need my images here at any cost. ఇక్కడ నా images ఉండాలి. So I showed Docker Hub, right? Already. How to push image into Docker Hub. Now the same thing, I need my image here. That is the first task. So I showed, like example, I have two Docker hosts. Yesterday I showed you, maybe while creating Docker. Can you please open your paint session once? Here what I did, example, if I have development and testing environment. Okay, now. So like first in development environment, I'll create customized that container. From this I will create an image. Okay, na? And that image I pushed into Docker Hub or ECR. Then here I created my container. That is what I did, right? So but my requirement is, assume that there is no internet, మీకు access లేదు Docker Hub ki ECR ki, but I have two Docker hosts. Okay, na? And here in first Docker host I have image, my customized image. Now I don't have ECR లేదు, Docker Hub లేదు. So this image I need here directly. How to copy this image from here to here? That is my question. Okay, na? That is the second question. Okay. So I'm running Docker run command, Docker run -dit and my image name. So actually my container is not coming up. Actually command run చేస్తే ఏమవ్వాలి, నా container start అవ్వాలి. If I do docker ps, it should show me it's running, something like that. But it's not coming up. It's immediately exiting, stopped. Guys, నా కంటైనర్ క్రియేట్ అవుతుంది, బట్ స్టాప్లోకి వెళ్ళిపోతుంది, రన్నింగ్ లో అవ్వకుండా. సో వాట్ కుడ్ బి ద రీజన్? ఏం ట్రబుల్ షూట్ చేస్తావు? వాట్ ఈస్ యువర్ ట్రబుల్ షూట్? దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ మై క్వశ్చన్. ఓకే, వాట్ కుడ్ బి ద రీజన్? ఎందుకు స్టాప్ అవుతుంది, లేదంటే రీస్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది? సో మై కంటైనర్ ఈస్ గెటింగ్ రీస్టార్టెడ్. సో వాట్ కుడ్ బి ద రీజన్? ఓకేనా? సో మై కంటైనర్ ఈస్ గెటింగ్ రీస్టార్టెడ్. సో వై ఇట్ ఈస్ హ్యాపెనింగ్? సో ఎలా ట్రబుల్ షూట్ చేస్తా? అవి క్వశ్చన్స్. నెక్స్ట్, Docker components. So when I install Docker, what are the things I will get in my Docker host? Okay, next, what are the different types of exit states? So container states exit states emuntai. Okay, so not this one. Call answer. Exit states means, can you run Docker ps once? Can you create a container and stop it? Stop the container. See, exit status. Okay, na? Why you are getting 0? Actually there are different types of exit states we have, like 0, 139. Okay, ఆ states గురించి కావాలి నాకు. I need those states. What is that state? Okay, na? I hope you understood the question. ఎందుకు స్టాప్ అయింది? There are multiple reasons, guys. You stopped manually, or because of failure it is stopped. Like, right? Different reason to stop the container. So what is the reason? That is what container state. Go back. Next, different types of container state, like exit state, running state, life cycle. We can call it as life cycle also. Okay. So next, I want to remove all stopped containers in one shot. Generally, how do you stop your container? Docker stop container ID, right? So my requirement is, maybe there are so many, not one. Okay, now. So how to stop them? How to delete them, all of them? So already given the answer. Come down. Same concept. How to remove unused images? So guys, unused image means, okay, let me ask you one question. Here, assume that, guys, in normal, let's take your laptop. Guys, let's take your laptop. I got one DVD. In the DVD, I have image. Now I installed in my laptop. So after OS installation, ఆ డివిడికి నీ ల్యాప్టాప్ కి ఏమైనా సంబంధం ఉంటుందా? అంటే అది ఉంటేనే నీ ఓఎస్ రన్ అవుతుందా? గైస్, I
No, sir.
installed the OS in my laptop with my DVD. Okay, now is there any dependency between that DVD and my laptop, my OS? So I can remove that DVD, right? That DVD not required now once I install. Yes or no? Is there any dependency, guys?
No.
Even dependency unda, but not in Docker. Here in Docker, basically there is a dependency between images and container. Okay, when I create a container, it will just use this image and it will load the binaries into Docker host. So basically we cannot remove used images. Example, with this image I created a container. Okay, so container ఉన్నంతసేపు image ని నేను delete చేయలేను. So unused means if there is no container running with this image, that is called as unused images. Okay, now assume that you build multiple containers, multiple images. So now I want to delete unused images. So how? In one shot, not in different commands. ఒకటే command లో run చేయాలి. Okay, now go back.
Sir, actually, you gave all the tasks a couple of days back, sir.
Okay, but someone said no, I did
Same
not give it.
task. Yeah, I think you asked yesterday you gave anything. I told you that no, but these tasks you gave a couple of days back.
So all.
Yeah.
Okay then. Yeah, maybe నాకు తెలియదు, నేను ఇవ్వలేదు అనుకుంటున్నా. మనం అప్పటి నుంచి ఏం చేస్తున్నాం, అవన్నీ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తుంటే.
I already tried to stop you, but you're in a flow.
Okay.
Yeah, these are the tasks you have given for us.
Oh, great. Okay, then let's move on to Docker file then.
అమౌంట్ వేసేటప్పుడు నాకు చెప్పు.
Okay, right, sir.
Yeah, we'll move on to Docker file now. Okay. Yeah, open the Docker file. Okay, go back to the document. Yeah, so guys, see here. Here I used copy command. So when do we use copy instruction means? So your application team requested you, Amar, I have a configuration, maybe one, please build a Docker image and install HTTPD. But generally when I install HTTPD, I will get the configuration file by default. Yes or no, guys? So by default, I will get the configuration file. So my requirement is, I want to use my own configuration. I don't want to go with default configuration. So that file he will give it to you, guys. Okay, so that file they will give it to you, application team, with full configuration. and that file you will keep it in your Docker host, the same location where Docker file is there. Okay, na? And you will copy like this. Example, I copied this one into your one of the application folder. Now, if you run this Docker file, if I build a okay, if I build an image, okay, so Docker images, which one you build? Don't give every time Ubuntu, just give some versions.
Okay,
One
it's
Ubuntu colon 1, Ubuntu colon 2, something like that. Okay, na? So now what happened in this image? What are the things I have, guys? I have base image as a Ubuntu. I installed, I updated the image. Then I installed Git. I created 2 files. Okay, now so then I copied this into /team. So this is what I have in this image, guys. Anywhere, once I push this image to Docker Hub or ECR, now if I use this image, by default I will get this file in the TMP folder because it's copied. So basically, there is one more command also, add, guys. Add command good undi instead of copy command. Both are similar. This is interview question also. Okay, what is the difference between add and copy, guys? Okay, now. So what is the difference between add and copy? This is interview question also. So what copy do, like it will copy the artifacts, maybe whatever the files into your image. ఏదైనా folder లోకి image లో copy చేసుకోవచ్చు docker file. Add కూడా, add also do the same thing. Guys, the add also do the same thing. But the difference is add is little advanced. Guys, so add is little advanced. Even from internet also. Example, one like some in internet one file is there. I want to download it into image directly. I can use that URL. Add that URL TMP or whatever the folder where you want to download. Directly I can download into my what I can say. So my image. I no need to download first Docker host and copy it. Directly what I can do, add command, add that URL from where I want to download, then the image folder. Okay, now that is the difference, guys. Add is advanced. Internet నుంచి కూడా డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు డాకర్ ఫైల్ డైరెక్ట్ గా. Add the URL of the file where that file, zip file or maybe RPM is there, then the image folder. And one more thing, with add command, if any zip file I copy, so automatically it will be extracted. I no need to extract manually. Okay, na guys, automatically the file will be extracted. Zip file ganaka copy cheste, general ga if you copy zip file we have to extract it, right? We have to unarchive. But in with the add command it is not required. Automatically it will happen. Okay, na? So automatically it will happen. So that is the difference between add and copy, guys. So copy is the advanced one. Sorry, add is the advanced one. Okay, na? So add is the advanced one when compared to copy. So both are to copy the files only into email, but add will copy from internet also. Example, so you can use add also. Add that file name. So here that file should be there in your local. If you go with copy, see that file is there. Let's go with, we have add, no.
We will try to add Jenkins file, sir.
Now let's go to Google. See, syntax same. Like this. See? From any URL also directly you can copy. But with copy you can't do this. First you should have, if you want to go with copy, it should be available in Docker host. Docker host లో ఉన్న ఫైల్స్ మాత్రమే ఇమేజ్ లో కాపీ చేయగలుగుతావు నువ్వు డాకర్ సిపి కాపీ యూజ్ చేసి. బట్ యాడ్ నాట్ లైక్ దట్. యాక్చువల్లీ దిస్ ఈస్ నాట్ ఇన్ మై డాకర్ హోస్ట్ నౌ. It is somewhere in internet. So directly I can use add that file and tmp or whatever the location. Or see, if you copy zip file from local, so it will be automatically extracted. So copy అవుతుంది, extracted. It will copy this foo.tar.gz file and extract also. I no need to extract manually. But if I copy zip file with copy command, I have to add one more instruction, run instruction, run unzip that zip file name. So additional instruction I have to make. But with add, I cannot do. I no need to do it. Okay, now that is what the difference between add and copy. I hope you understood what is the difference between add and copy. Ardhamainda guys? Did you understand what is the difference between add and copy? Okay, like this we have multiple instructions available, guys. Okay, now so we completed 5 as of now. These 3, these 2, right? So 5 instruction we completed. So slowly, like we will go with this one also in tomorrow class. Okay, so in tomorrow class, okay, so these are the things pending. So but guys, my request is please go through with all these Docker files. Okay, now so there are so many Docker files available. These are real-time Docker files, guys. If you just Google like Docker file examples in GitHub, you will get this many. See, different applications we are building by using Docker file. ఇవన్నీ టెస్ట్ చేయండి గైస్, ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేయండి. డోంట్ జస్ట్ వాట్ ఐ కెన్ సే గైస్, జస్ట్ టైప్ చూడకండి, టైప్ చేయండి. దెన్ ఓన్లీ యూ కెన్ మేక్ ఇట్. ఓకేనా? ఐ హోప్ you understood what is Docker file. Did you understand, guys, what is Docker file? Did you understand, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So did you understand what is the role of these 5 instructions?
Yes, sir.
What we discussed in today's class?
Sir, if you want to create multiple Docker files, then what
Well,
name
multiple
we have
Docker files you have to create.
the
There is no
naming
alternate.
convention, sir?
Then
Here,
yeah, you can give different name also for Docker file, but the thing is we have to use -f option if it is different name. Example, instead of Docker, so definitely in single folder I cannot create like multiple files with the same name, right? Is it possible? No.
no.
So generally we give Docker file as the name. We cannot give multiple file name same, right? We have to give
Yes,
different name, or else we have to maintain them in separate folders. That is what he is doing, right? For each application, separate folder he created. Because in single folder, I cannot maintain multiple Docker files. You can give different name for Docker file. No need to be a Docker file. Okay, but that's not a good practice. Generally, we'll give Docker file only. If at all
Okay.
mandatory means -f option you have to use. Okay, na?
Okay, right, sir.
Yeah. So that is how we'll create the Docker file. To create customized image, we use Docker files, guys. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay then, guys. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much.